Right guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another darts review. It's been a while since my last one. It's after like 10 o'clock, so I'm talking a little bit more quietly, so hopefully it's not as bad. But yeah, so this weekend's been the Nordic Dart Masters. I've watched every single game and been a decent tournament overall. Also I was going to review last week, but then I was like, you know what, I only watched 4 matches last week and I only watched the highlights of it. I'm not really gonna cover the US Darts Masters, but yeah, I was actually really intrigued about this tournament going in because obviously there's no Van Gerwen and no Littler, so it's pretty much open really for anybody, and yeah, I didn't disappoint. Now I was debating how I was actually going to cover this review because I didn't really want to do it per round because I thought I would just be a little bit shit. So I think I might just talk about each player's individual performance. I think I might probably do a little bit better. And yeah, hopefully this turns out alright, and well, if it has, well, you're watching it right now, so there we go. So I think I'll start off with the 8 local players that represented the Nordic BDC. Dennis Nilsson, to be fair, I think the scoreline against Vandenberg definitely flattered Vandenberg a little bit more, because I think Nilsson, he did alright. Like, he actually played quite well. I thought his finishing was decent enough, but yeah, Vandenberg was just really clinical with his finishing. Marco Cantelli doesn't... Not great from him, let's be honest. I think Aspinall didn't really have to play that well in the first game, admittedly, because Cantelli wasn't that great. Obviously, he got a couple of legs, but wasn't that great. Now, Manos Rasmus obviously he was, I think it was was he the highest ranked, or was it De Graaf? I think it was him and De Graaf were the highest ranked, but Rasmus, my word, he was utterly abysmal against Gerwen Price. Absolutely awful. And I know Price did very well, Price played very well, but Rasmus, Jesus Christ, for a person who's caught a tour card and he was in the top 40. Needs to be doing better than that. Daniel Larson I felt bad for. Obviously, he did very well to come back against Stephen Bunton to take it to it at the side of the leg. Bunton didn't play that well. Obviously, everyone loves Bunton. That was the why I would have hoped that he would have done a little bit better. But yeah, Daniel Larson, overall performance. I think he'll be pretty proud of himself. Johan Engstrom, what a performance that was against Peter Wright. Obviously, he was I think he was 5-3 down against Peter Wright. Right and missing match starts to win the game, and yeah, Engstrom, what a comeback. Honestly, he played really well. Honestly, I think he had what, like 12 dart legs. I think he literally only had like 4 visit legs. His time was unbelievable. His form at the end, and it's another pretty miserable time for Peter Wright, who's not had a very good year whatsoever. Pavlo Miller, he was just fucking absolutely destroyed by Michael Smith. Like, honestly, to be fair, Smith did pretty poorly in New York last week. He fucking absolutely blew Miller away, and yeah, to be fair, he didn't have a fucking chance, to be honest. Jeffrey De Graaf, who it's weird saying that, obviously since Engstrom made the quarterfinal, I thought De Graaf actually played the best out of the 8 Nordic players. Honestly, to be fair, literally he was averaging over a ton and still lost to Rob Cross. Like, literally, that game against Cross was unbelievable quality to watch. Both players were at the absolute highest form, and to be fair, I can see the graph maybe coming through in the next couple of years. 100%, he looks like a solid player. Final game lost to Luke Humphries, was the only whitewash of the weekend. And to be fair, it was... I don't want to say flat Humphries, because that's the right word to use. But the Roy's definitely played a lot better than what the scoreline suggests he did anyway. I thought his finishing was pretty solid. Just Humphries just didn't give him a chance, really. That was the most part of it. So yeah, those are the 8 local players. To be fair, most of them played pretty well, but then obviously there were a couple of like Cantelli, Rasmus and Miller who were just absolutely fucking outplayed by their opponent. Now obviously since Littler and Van Gerwen both missed out on the tournament, they were replaced by Vandenberg and Bunton. And Vandenberg, you know, he had a pretty good first game against Dennis Nilsson. Obviously didn't play exceptionally well, but he did the job. He looked pretty comfortable. Again, his finishing was pretty solid. I think his finishing percentage was pretty decent. I don't think he missed that many darts. A double at all. Really good from him. And then quarterfinal against Gerwen Price, he was fucking absolutely destroyed by Gerwen Price. I mean, Gerwen Price had a fucking unbelievable tournament we'll get on to later on. But yeah, Vandenberg, obviously his first Euro Tour this year. I'm sorry, his first that's Masters this year. I believe he's playing in Poland as well, I think. So yeah, hopefully he'll be looking to improve maybe next time as well. But yeah. Obviously Stephen Bunton, again, even he admitted he didn't play very well against Daniel Larson, but still got the job done in the end. And against Rob Cross in the quarterfinal, he didn't play badly at all. Cross was just fucking on smoke. And I thought, again, like, similar to the grand prize, Rob Cross had a pretty successful tournament overall of all, so... Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the Button and Vandenberg would have Littler Van Gern beat Rob... I don't think either Littler or Van Gern would have beaten Rob Cross this weekend at all, because Rob Cross has had a brilliant tournament, so I'm not surprised at all there. Nathan Aspinall, I mean, to be fair, obviously his injuries in his arm is starting to come back again, but honestly, he didn't play that well against Cantelli, but he did the job, he got the job done, didn't have to play well, because frankly Cantelli was pretty shit. And against Michael Smith, I mean, to be fair, that match against Michael Smith was so fucking frustrating to watch, because Aspinall played really well. Like, Aspinall did nothing wrong in that match. It's just, I don't know why, but Michael Smith, whenever he comes against fucking Aspinall, he just fucking plays like a fucking prime Phil Taylor. Like, he fucking, literally everything he touches turns to gold. Like, literally, he can be having a stinger of a leg and pinging a 180 and just fucking nick it. Like, it's just so annoying. Because Aspinall played well against Smith. Again, it happened in the fucking week 16 in the Premier League where he did nothing wrong against Smith, but Smith was just fucking unbelievable. And that was pretty much the exact same thing that happened again here. And yeah, it's a shame, because Aspinall, he deserves a lot better. He deserves to be doing better than what he is. His performances are good. It's just not quite getting the results, which is disappointing. But hopefully he can kick on in Poland next week. Fingers crossed there. Who's next? We'll talk about Michael Smith next, I suppose. Yeah, honestly, outclassed Miller in the first game. I wouldn't say outclassed Aspinall in the second in the quarterfinal, but he was doing the necessities, I suppose. It's a weird one, because obviously he played well against Aspinall, but it feels wrong to say that he outclassed Aspinall, because he was literally on his throw, he was just fucking doing the business. Obviously, he had that one breaker throw as well, so yeah, you can't really complain too much there. But I mean, yeah, again, that semi-final against Price, dear me, that was a shocking. Michael Smith, I don't know what happened, but he was just so poor. Yeah, Price. To be fair, Price in the first session wasn't exactly great against Smith either, but god damn, that he was so poor in that semi-final. But yeah, I mean, after that disappointment last week in New York, definitely much better for Michael Smith this time around. Peter Wright, I mean, I briefly mentioned before, but my word, just couldn't get anything right against Engstrom. He was 5-3 up, and yeah, Engstrom just played out of his skin to win the match. And yeah, Peter Wright again has not had a great year at all. Rock bottom in Premier League. Quarterfinal exits across the quarterfinal exits in New York, Bahrain, and then Bosch. First round exit here in Copenhagen. Hasn't really done that much on the Euro Tour either. In the Pro Tour, it's just not going right for Peter Wright at all. It really isn't. And you got to think, he's down to number 9 now on the ranks. He's gonna just keep on tipping down, because Hette, Vandenberg have had spells here and there. Chris Dobie's starting to put up as well. Danny Noppert having some decent look in the Pro Tour. Like, I can honestly see Peter Wright being in the teens in the rankings very soon. Especially since, you got, obviously the match players not too far on the corner. Obviously that's start of July. Peter Wright, unless it's a good match play, he could plummet down the ranks. It's just not great to see. Luke Humphries, it was a weird one for Luke Humphries this time, because obviously I mentioned the first game against Benjamin Joe Royce, where he obviously I'm not going to say that the whitewash flattered him at all, because it didn't. I don't know. He just didn't let Royce in at all. He was just very clinical on his finishing. That's all I can say. And then he was pretty clinical on his Dublin, so can't really complain there. The quarterfinal against Engstrom again just didn't really let him in. He only dropped one leg in the first 2 games. They can't really complain. But then again, semi-finals against Rob Cross, where again I think he was outclassed by Rob Cross. Obviously, mini resurgence in the start of the second session, but ultimately Rob Cross just blew him out the park in the end. And yeah, honestly, once again for the second weekend in a row, Geraint Price and Rob Cross were the 2 best players of the tournament, and they played in the final. And honestly, it was a pretty solid final in the end. Yeah, I don't know what happened in that first session, but Rob Cross just could not get going, and Geraint Price was punishing them. And then the start of the second session there, Rob Cross, 3 legs in a row. I think there was there was only one break. I'm trying to think. There was 3 legacy win in the row. I think there's only one breaker for, I think it was. Yeah, that's what it was. But yeah, Gerwin Price, I mean, to be fair, he's been playing well this year, just hasn't been getting the results, and finally gets himself a title. Obviously, not a major, by any means, obviously he's not a ranking tournament either, but you know, it took off a water's back. You know what I mean? Like he's going to be happy that he's going to get his first title of the year, and he'll be looking to kick on and do it again. He's been playing well this year, just hasn't been getting the results. And like I said, once again, him and Robert Cross were just by far the best players of this tournament once again for the second week running. And yeah, it was a good final. It was a good final, definitely. Yeah, it was a good one. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this review. Pretty short and snappy one, but you know, that's all I want to talk about really. Obviously, the Polish Stars Masters next week. Is there a Pro Tour? Is there a Pro Tour this week, or is it just a development tour? Yeah, there's a Pro Tour. So the week in Germany, and on Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday and Wednesday the Pro Tour in Germany, which that should be interesting. Obviously, the Poland Masters next weekend as well, and then I believe, yeah, then obviously another Euro Tour in June, and then the World Cup to end off the month. So yeah, interesting times. It's hell of definitely. Who's playing them all, man? That's what I think. I know the price has dropped. I think Littler's not playing either. Oh, okay. So ignore me. I'd mentioned before that Vandenberg is going to Poland. He's not. It's only Button because Gerwin Price is dropping out. I'm looking at the representative. Ritaski's a good player. Obviously, we know about him. Gorlas, because on his day, can be a good player. But Chris tomorrow as well. Yeah, there's some decent players in the East Europe representatives. Obviously, there. Littler and Van Gogh both back in action as well. So yeah, Button going to play in Poland again should be pretty interesting. So yep, that's going to be it for this review. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys want to see more, then please leave a like, and I'll be trying to make more real life darts videos. I'm just trying to find the right one to upload. But yeah, that's it for me. Cheers for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.